Hello everybody, this is for 12 gauge winding jig. This one, the particular one, is for the Lost Cubit 597 millimeter. It's a little bit bigger than my 14 and 16 gauge boxes because of the coil and the diameter of the wire. Plus because the wire is a little stiffer, a little bit bigger box makes it easier to hang on to. So here's a quick demonstration. I already pre-cut the wire. That's the center mark. Put that in. Put my pin in. Made a new design on the end of the pin so that it accommodates for the thickness of the wire. It makes for a much nicer, symmetrical looking coil. Okay, line the Sharpie mark up in the center of the slot, and I always take my finger, put a little tension on it to hold it in there. If you want to pre-bend it a little bit, you can put the lid on. Now I've also found you can use these like this. If you got good strong hands, you can grip it and then wind it. I've done that and it works. If you have a little bit of trouble with your fingers, arthritis, these clamps that I had got, they work perfect. You can clamp them on here any which way. And I've got it listed to where you can buy it with the clamps or without, but if you get it with the clamps, I put 4 of them in there. You could probably do it with 2, and you can use these same clamps on the smaller boxes. So if you're using like the 14 gauge or the 16 gauge, and you can put 2 of these on there, 1 on each side. I've done that and they work fabulous for it. Now I don't make the clamps, I just get them, buy them by bulk, and then I divide them up, and then, so if you have a problem with them, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so we're all loaded, the arrow is pointing that way, so we're gonna twist the handle in that direction until you get used to it and you get to feel, kind of go slow. You're gonna feel a drag, as you're twisting it. One is because the lid is smashing down on the wire, so that the wire doesn't try to double up on itself and push the lid off. And then 2, making the lid tight like that puts tension on the wire so that it'll help wind the coil tighter. So we just keep winding. Now watch the end of the wire, how it's coming and getting closer to the box. A lot of times it'll be normal to see the wires stop moving, but you're still turning the winding key. See if this one does it. Yep, right there, the wires stopped moving, but my hand is still twisting. That's normal to see. That's great, actually, because what it's doing is it's taking up the slack on the coil. See, at this point, it was kind of wrapping loosely, but now things are filling the cavity up in there, and it has to make room for the rest of this wire, so it's winding and it's taking up that slack. So now, there we go, our wire's going in, and then listen for the click. There it is. Take the clamps off. And hopefully this one turned out nice. There you go. Now all you do is pull your knob out, turn it 90 degrees. See how I turned the slot away from the wire? Turn it 90 degrees, hold your hand under it, and pop it out. There you go. Real nice. I'll be making another video pretty soon. I've been thinking about it, upgrading some of my other videos on the winding jigs, and the one for making the tri-scallions. I'm going to make a better video because I come up with a few tweaks in the measurements so that when you start off with it, you'll have a much nicer, even looking tri-scallion when you're done. So look for that coming up. All right, kids, till next time. Peace and happiness.